Welcome, my name is Kyla Aditi. I work with art, creativity, the sacral chakra, so anything to do with flow and sensuality and identity and sexuality, fertility, infertility, relationships, addictions, all of those things down here. And I created this practice called Unravel in Motion, and it infuses energy medicine, kinesiology, points, channeling, cards, sound healing, and movement. And so flow state is about getting up into the theta brainwaves to channel that intuition, to get into the sensations, to get into the body, out of the head. Yeah, and it's phenomenal. So I recommend that you have pen and paper handy, because I use this as a phenomenal brainstorming thing. You may want to have pencils. I'm a dancer, I'm an artist, but when I do this practice, I get all sorts of sparks coming through to me, and I just journal things down. And then keep going back into my practice. You may not be a movement person. I really do invite you to move, even if it's just doing yoga, yin yoga, whatever movement feels good for you. I recommend doing that. I recommend doing this little journey. It will probably only be 20 minutes with your eyes closed. So blocking down the judgment centers, going deeper within the heart. And yeah, this practice, it helps to enhance performance, helps intuition, it helps creativity, helps relaxation. The flow state is kind of like a rapper and MC when they just start beatboxing and they're going with the flow. The beat poets are another example, improvisation, so jazz or any musician that just goes into flow. It's when you do whatever it is that you do and you get lost in time and space. And it's super powerful. It gives you a high, it gives you a rush, so it's really important to begin connecting with the breath and to end and ground, just to make sure we can take all of the rewards from the practice with us, and so we don't come crashing down afterwards. Yeah, so enjoy. We've got storms around at the moment, so I am pre-recording, and yeah, we'll see where it gets to. I've got Bluetooth headphones in case the tin roof gets too noisy. I'm really grateful that you're here. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. So just closing your eyes, closing your eyes, allowing the breath to be slow and deep. Becoming aware of the flow of energy and any sensations in your body. Bringing your attention to the heart space. And focusing on this space around your heart, allowing it to be expansive. Allowing you to channel the breath into the heart region, the heart chakra, in the center of the chest. If you're not out of alignment, thanks. The front and the back. Coming into this space. Bringing the breath and awareness and intention here. And after such a big journey of life before this moment, I want this collective intention to be the basis of where to from here, dear heart, dear mind, dear soul. Where to from here, dear heart, dear mind, dear soul. And allowing yourself to slowly start to move You may want to just stay seated and just start spiraling, moving from the base of the spine as if you're a mortar and pestle just rolling around, allowing yourself to kind of just unfurl. Staying with the sensations. Doing whatever feels right for you. Closing those eyes. You may want to move forwards on your hands and knees or in seated pose. Waking up that spine, moving, arching your belly, chest forwards, back. Making sure the breath is nice and deep. If you can, keeping the breath within the nose and inhaling and exhaling through the nose, just to activate the vagus nerve a little bit more. If you wish, you can join me in ocean breath, which is breathing in through the nose for about 80% of the breath. And on the exhalation, you breathe out through the nose, but you tighten your throat, and it sounds like an ocean. Staying focused on the breath and slow movements. Just doing this for another minute or so. Maybe allowing your hands to come up above your head. As if you're at a concert and you're coming into that blissful state of excitement and joy and ecstasy. Allowing the heart meridian to be fully extended up. Also allowing your chest to be nice and open. You may want to just bring your hands slightly back from the midline, back towards the back wall. Allowing your movements to be your movements. I'm here to facilitate, but if they don't feel right, do your own thing. Be you. Allowing your arms to move like wings. Allowing yourself to be that phoenix rising up from the journey that you've had before now. We've all been through all sorts of tests and glories and trauma and romances and beautiful and dark moments, phases, cycles, welcoming all of it in. Welcoming all of it in as you bring the energy in, sweeping it in, wrapping around like metaphorical self-love arms, connecting with your skin, allowing this time to be a sensual practice. Awakening the Kundalini energy at the base of the spine. Creativity to flow. Coming off your knees. Coming up like a frog and just starting to rotate into those hips or onto all fours maybe is better. Onto all fours. Allowing those hips to swirl around rather than cat-cow. Rotating them around. Using this slow dance to nurture and nourish and tune in to the sacred feminine, to your intuition. Just keeping allowing flow. I'm going to go silent for this track. Journaling if you need, lying flat, meditating if you need. But if you can keep moving, that helps you to stay in flow. You may want to roll, you may want to stretch. I do encourage you to be quite gentle if you want to stand up. Just making sure you're grounded. And just slowing down the movements as if you're in slow-mo. Eyes closed. Allowing the messages to come through. You want to activate CV7. It's one thumb width below the navel. Great for women's business. Imagine flowing with the sea, flowing with all that is within you, nourishing you, connecting to that divine flow, supporting your every dream and desire and need. Allow your head to roll around on your shoulders, taking care, but just trusting your body. And again, coming back to slow the movement down, whatever you were doing, just slowing it down to slow motion. You see that secret garden in the distance, the archway with the vines tumbling around it, some beautiful country roses in bloom, some wisteria. And you start to walk towards that door. Connecting with the intention, where to from here, dear heart, dear mind, dear soul. Observing any sensations in your body as you walk towards this door. Noticing the colour of the leaves, the shapes, any smells. Reaching out and slowly pushing through the door, allowing yourself to rebirth to what's next. Where to from here, dear heart, dear mind, dear soul. And when you come through this doorway, I want you to walk around and find a place that feels beautiful and nourishing, the right temperature for you, whether that's in the sun or the shade. And coming, if you want to keep moving, keep moving. If you want to come to a place of meditation or shavasana, resting pose, the choice is yours. Just allowing your intuition to kick in, allowing stillness if that's what you need. We'll be here for 8 minutes, so just getting comfortable. Allowing grief to be within you. Allowing the medicine of sadness and tears to flow. Allowing these tears and grieving of the collective consciousness, your personal journey, to all flow back into that ocean of nourishment. Allowing that beautiful web of life, web of consciousness, web of energy fields to move anything that's heavy within you out into that sea of nourishment. Allowing any burdens to drop away, allowing any negativity, any blocks, any pain. And welcoming in the lightness of being, the joy, the bliss, the messages within. The beautiful scent of rosemary, the remembrance and the memory and the stamina. It can grow strong like a tree or a really big bush, and that's what the energy and the aroma can do for you too. So just imagining you're nipping open the leaves of rosemary, smelling it in. Maybe you're floating in a bathtub with rosemary oil, magnesium, rose petals, allowing all of the energy to move through into that sea, that nourishing ocean that connects us all, the water within us. And slowly coming back into awareness, connecting with the earth beneath you. You may want to start rolling the shoulders and the hips, spiraling again, waking up. Or speeding up the movement slightly if you have been dancing and moving this whole time. Just coming back into this body. Allowing all the negativity, anything that doesn't need to come forward with you in this moment, to dissolve back into that ocean. And when you're ready, slowly opening your eyes. Journaling, if you haven't journaled before now, jotting down anything that came through to you, any images, any words. Whilst you're doing that, I'm just going to connect in with some cards, some medicine. How you're feeling out there? Storms are past. I literally just pulled the storm card. Gotta be a believer. 3, 4, 5. Okay, so quick snippet here. What are we looking at? The beginning with Eros, so that is the practice that we've just done, is channeling into that sacred energy, the flow. And we've come to the temple, and whatever the temple means to you, it could be this temple, it could be this temple all around us, it could be the temple supporting us. It could be this temple here, the third eye. Calling in play. And I was playing the third eye chime during that process. Except we've come to the storms, so there's a bit of a glitch within. There's a bit of a challenge coming forward. And that is the card we shall read, and the following one after that is the fault line. These are the wild unknown archetype cards. Amazing stuff. Chaos, so welcoming in the chaos, so staying grounded amidst the chaos. Connecting with the breath more, doing that ocean breath, having cold showers to activate the vagus nerve to stay out of reactivity in the flight, fight, freeze. Staying earthed, so walking barefoot, exercise, humming, chanting, singing, cooking, potting plants, just really staying connected. The ground becomes the sky becomes the center, and then the center disappears. This is not what we want. We want to stay grounded, sisters. The storm is a great equalizer. No matter how far we've come on the path, no matter what age, wealth or wisdom, we can't hide from its savage winds. Their disturbing howls stir anxiety and make it impossible to see and think straight. You must wait it out. If you try to fight the storm, you will lose. And better option is to seek temporary shelter and a reliable friend. When all else fails, go within. Do this practice again. Dance, yoga, walk, gym, whatever it is that takes you to bliss, painting, self-pleasuring, connecting with your divine partners, rolling down a hill, just really connecting in with that essence of joy, but connected to the earth. And wait for the eye of the storm to pass. Don't engage in meaningless, angry kind of dialogue. Switch off from the TV, especially the news and the socials. Just honor yourself and honor your me time. That's what this practice is for. I created it after overwhelm and burnout, and it was just a way of really getting back into my juices and allowing the messages to come through, which had got really blocked from being in a state of flight and freeze, kind of switching between the two. We've got the fault lines, so we've got a decision to make. The vulture, I bloody love the vulture card. It is like the eco-conscious warrior. It's like the fungi in a forest, recycling, dead matter, turning old into gold, So it doesn't matter what kind of things you're being challenged with, there is gold. It's like the wabi-sabi, it's the gold in the cracks in Japanese culture. The imperfection is the perfection. It is more beautiful than what we created to begin with. So we just got to walk across the fault line to the other side and connect in with where to from here, dear heart, dear mind, dear soul. So check in with those. Be wary of fears, the rabbit. Honor your fears, but I love Mel Robbins, she's got the 5-second rule. The same amount of energy for fear and excitement. And you've got 5 seconds to control the brain. So if you feel yourself going into fear, she just literally counts down and then goes, right, I'm just going to get out of bed, right, I'm just going to jump on and do this live, whatever it is. And the star is born. Jesus. The star born is the last card. It's a 3 number, my favorite number for creation. The artist. God, that's beautiful. Thank you, Kim Kranz, the wild unknown. What is the medicine here? The divine child, the star child. The idea of destiny is controversial. Yet the starborn naturally feels a sense of destination and purpose, aiming itself toward a future that is beyond the mundane. Trusting, vibrance, focus, and flight. Letting go of anything that does not serve you, anything that just doesn't have the feels, no matter what it looks like on paper, just letting it go. Letting go of loss and longing that keep us in the past. We want to be in the moment, within here, within here, within here, to get the 3 yeses, to move forwards. Well, that feels like a nice point of closure. Let's see if there's anything that I wanted to let you know. Yeah, just I use this practice. I call it Unravel in Motion. I've created this process so you can not only move your body, not only meditate, not only get the vagus nerve, the parasympathetic nerve activated, and getting, you know, all of the feels and rest and digestion flowing and peace, but intuition and creativity, and you're getting a bit of movement, you're getting your juices flowing, and it's nurturing and nourishing. I find sometimes I do hip hop dance at lunch, and sometimes if I do it a bit late in the day, it actually depletes me. So just always, you know, with sacred feminine, just be aware of what you're feeling. Be aware that we live in a world where we're trained to push, we're expected to push. This practice I actually created about 2.5 years ago, and I haven't shared it, I don't think, for the last 10 months. So I feel really blessed that you're all here, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and reach out in the comments if you want to do a regular practice with me. I'd love to. I've just been surrendering and allowing the right time for it to be rebirthed again. God, that feels good. Rather than that push, wanting it done yesterday, that energy is just, oh, it's toxic. And with that, just going to breathe in some new oil I got yesterday, called Breathe, and it's peppermint, it's pine, it's eucalyptus, and it's melaleuca tea tree. So good for soothing, relaxing any spasms, good for, like, you know, immunity, good for cleansing. Cleanse out all the ghoulies, and I better try and get this uploaded unless we do another live. Anyway, reach out in the comments, on the socials, however you wish to. Love to chat. Thank you for joining. My name's Kyla Aditi. The words that I feel aligned to are mystic, holistic, artist, and healer. And lately I've been bringing in light worker. Kinesiology is one of my passions, in the energy medicine realms, spirit totems, readings, intuition, psychic, you know, all that altered state, lovely gems. Anyway, let's connect.